What? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be reacting and watching You Season 4 Episode 10. So part 2 came out March 9th. And I just gotta say before we get into this video is that the first part was a little bit lackluster because we're just like, what is going on? What is going on? But part 2, you know, redeemed itself. Like episode 8 and 9, that was something. And we're gonna get into episode 10 right now. And right after I finish this episode, we're gonna talk about what's going on because stuff needs to be addressed. Okay, stuff needs to be addressed. But anyway, guys, let's get right into the video. Let's go.
Somebody does need to die for this to end for good.
I know what I need to do.
You're not suicidal. You don't want to die. Get the fuck out of my way. Hey, look at that. You could end.
Oh, wow.
Story, bullet in the brain. The hero is going to die. That part isn't up for debate.
With respect, probably best to dump her in that lumber yard. Do her a milk.
It's only a question of how he's going to spend his final moments.
Miriam's really dead.
She wants Juliet to know.
Like, that's just messed up. Like, we needed to address a lot of the stuff. So, Marianne is really dead. Like, what's going on here?
The story seems to contend that dying this way is a fitting end.
Wait, so are you saying he wants to die?
What do you think? I could have done this job for decades, but today I retire from this and everything. It's not a good feeling, turns out to know.
What the fuck?
Victoria, please, phones.
I'm sorry, but Reese Montrose was found dead in the woods.
I want to tell you, I really, really do. I feel like I'm going crazy. And you are the only person that I trust. Also, we need him dead to rights or not at all.
We.
Who else?
Ernest Foy, 62, a keen birdwatcher.
Bloody birdwatcher? Must be having a laugh. There's no way that old fart just stumbles over the body. What'd you do, kick some leaves over him?
Love was right. If I stick around, I'll only do worse.
This is so messed up.
You are not suicidal. You're guilty, and you're being epistolary about it. Wallow later.
I was going to leave town and just cut you off by text. I thought it would be easier.
Wasn't this the same thing he was about to do? He was about to leave town, get a passport,
Okay.
How much do you know
and basically
about
end it with her. And now she's about to do the
stalkers,
same. Well, she was thinking about doing the same thing to him.
Not any more than most.
I started to feel I must be cursed.
Someone was interfering?
Her father.
One day I overheard my father hiring someone to follow me. He'd created my life. Everything I've achieved. It's not mine.
It's really messed up though, because he basically said
My
everything that she
entire
did,
existence is
that she thinks that's on
illusory.
her own, was like, nah, I force fed that to you, or
Are
I
you even
gave it to you on a
What did he
silver
send you
platter.
to?
Like, you did not work for any of what you did.
No.
Which is quite
This is
sad
him.
when
This
you
is
think about
me.
it. Not another killing. Oh my gosh. Like, he's gonna come kill Tom Lockwood, like. I need you to think
You'll
a
hate
little
this because you're
rational.
no fun, but I really do believe Tom Lockwood needs to die.
Like, what did I just say?
I agree. Tokyo's 8 hours ahead. We have until midnight.
All I'm gonna say, I think Tom Lockwood's a little bit smart to know how Kate texts and whatnot, especially if a person has a file on his daughter for all these years. Yeah, he already knows it's a setup.
Everything on Montrose.
So Joe about to get caught up once again.
Or we need to build a case against Professor Goldberg.
Go, 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 hurry.
I can't even.
Hey, Tom.
Yo, do you not know how cringe this is? This is cringe. You make a squeak on the floor. Was you thinking rationally? And Tom is not dumb. Like, this is not no random, okay? Like, oh my gosh, this is secondhand embarrassment. This is cringe.
Wasn't sure I had the right place.
Keep talking, don't let him think.
The text was me. Kate doesn't know. I'm hoping we can talk.
Don't hide! Hurry! Hurry! Sir, I'm sorry, but the Chief Justice has been trying you. You go over here! Right now. Hurry up! Shit. No, behind you! Got it! That's it! Marvelous!
Like, this is so senseless, like, sorry. This is senseless. Like, let me just try to get to this episode, bro.
I did like suicide for Tom, but rather difficult now, isn't it?
This is nothing. Business. Eggs get broken. Everybody just walks away, Joe. Don't be foolish. I want you to grab that phone over there and hand it to me. You're going to be very rich in a couple of seconds.
You think you can buy me?
I think I can save you. That's what money can do.
Even the most curated online presence gives certain truths. Tom is into great men. Wars, vintage planes, analog books, intel. As police will discover, Tom's bodyguard, Hugo McNamara, was in a financial crisis, barely able to sleep. No one questioned why he'd robbed Lockwood, forcing a transfer of £2 million to a new account, or why, in the heat of the moment with Tom, he'd accidentally go too far.
Like, did you just take his watch off with your bare hands? Like, are you thinking logically, Joe?
Kate.
I don't understand you. You and Kate have a future.
No, we don't.
Of course you do, or not?
Because I will kill her.
Stop. I just helped you. I can help you with this.
He just really needs some type of help. Like, he just needs some proper help. Like, the first 3 seasons, you know, he had some points. But now, this season, you're just like, well, what are you doing? Like, just admit yourself to some type of hospital. Because,
Despite all
like,
I've
what are you
ever done
doing,
for
sir?
you. Despise me.
Yeah, he does not like the
Was to make
part
you happy.
And it ends with
that
the corpse in the trunk
part
of my
of
car.
himself, but
Over and over. I can't
he
do
still
that
does
again.
what he does. Wow.
They say everyone who jumps instantly regrets it. Turns out it's true.
Oh, you gotta see. Oh.
Hey, let me know when you're awake enough for me to ask you something.
Oh, I'm quite the morning person, so go. Oh, tell anyone this. Why I need to nail him down before he slips away.
As long as he's alive, he will come after me. I just need to think.
But what if he wasn't?
Wasn't what?
Alive.
Oh, wow.
If we didn't
This was a
manage to kill Joe,
setup.
we were gonna have to
Okay.
kill Marion.
We get into the green. Let me stop.
He didn't know it, but he was actually texting me. The real Juliet was safe in Paris with the real Beatrice. Still, I don't think it required much acting for Marion to hit rock bottom.
Yeah, she's not dead then.
As much as
Okay,
the
so
plans,
she's
it
not
was better.
dead. So what's going on?
The plus, he deserved it. Come on. Please, come on. Oh my god.
Okay. To find out that she's not dead. Okay.
It's fine.
So he didn't kill Marianne. It was a whole
You
setup.
are an actual superhero.
Well, I mean, good on them for being Sherlock Holmes, but like, you know, what's the reason?
What?
Oh, he got saved.
Happy birthday. You died for a bit in the water. Police boat pulled you out and revived you. You're very lucky. They patrol for falls. I'll tell your friend that you're awake.
Some DNA they found on Reese's body. She felt I might know the perpetrator.
Yeah, it's you.
Sadly, the tests are inconclusive, so we'll never know who killed Reese.
No, I don't want that. I don't want you having to cover up what
It's done. He's left me everything. The company, empire. Everything the bloody light bloody touches. In my soul, I know you are good. I have a
Anyway,
proposition for you. Actually,
I don't
not me
know.
and
Joe
Max.
might make it out of the, being in the bin. Because,
the thing I've needed to hear.
if Catherine now is the head of the company,
Someone say to me for a really long time.
she got that power that Tom Lockwood has, so I don't
We are
know. She can make him not go to jail. I don't
but
know.
I also know that you'd rather die. So
Yeah, we're in this together. Am I still?
So I think he's just gonna like
I will say
survive
yes to
again.
everything, but I need you to help me through the hard times without losing myself. If you do this for me, I will do the same for you. What do I need to know about your past?
To start. My name.
is Joe Goldberg?
It's Joe Goldberg.
Where are you?
What is going on?
Is he?
Oh, he got caught.
Fucking hell.
Oh, sorry.
I'm so scared that I found me.
It's okay. It's okay. Did I see you coming from my flat? Are you looking for me? Sorry, what's the code for your phone? Thank you.
What? I'm confused. Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, hold on.
Figures. And she'd be the one. Don't be nervous. I wouldn't hurt you.
They always play Taylor Swift at the last episode. Like,
as someone wise
please.
once said, if you don't grow, you rot.
Literally this entire show. Like, the anti-hero.
But the lucky ones are transformed, made deeper, wiser.
That's good.
None of them have any idea who she once was. She's just their most devoted teacher. We earned the life we were meant to live by fighting for it. I didn't learn that the easy way. There is no love without loss. I'll always grieve Marianne taking her own life. That heartbreak is part of me.
Marianne live.
For a second chance at a good life. Right.
It's me. Again, all you need is Kate plus a cybersecurity team, a squadron of publicists, and Cynthia, scrub search results, hack news archives, bribe the Madre Letter chief of police, all to support this simple, true story of Joe Goldberg.
No, that's when, like, once Catherine is in charge, like, he's scot-free. No beard either? Like, what's going on? John Moore was the only beard rocking. Like, stop.
Closing down. Books are a bit of a passion of mine. We should be talking about the foundation, right?
It's what this is all for, after all.
Plan's ambitious. An art school here in London, and by year's end?
Well, I don't mind pushing hard.
If you're looking for the core of Kate Lockwood, that's it. She's a fighter.
I think we both are.
What's going on?
All for the good, of course.
Oh, not he killed him.
I got a second chance, and this time I'm utilizing all of me. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Nadia. Gifts. I'm looking forward to watching what you do next.
Wow.
She refused to speak in her own defense. Still hasn't spoken from prison. Like I said, smart.
Oh no. Oh no.
See, I'm simply very lucky.
Please don't give me points for coffee. Killing's one of many, but it's certainly not a one-size-fits-all solution. She's here to change the world. Though the killing part's also much easier now that I'm honest with myself about it. I'm just here to help.
Oh no. Okay, so that was You Season 4 in its entirety. So, as we can tell, or we basically seen at the last episode, you know, he was battling in this entire season with himself, disassociating himself from, I guess, his true nature, you know, of his, I guess, very psychotic, crazy side, you know. He decided to have a new name, Jonathan Moore, be a teacher, be like, I'm good, I'm going to change for the better, you know. And while doing so, he was so dissociated from his Joe Goldberg's side, that he immersed himself into a new identity, fixated himself on this one guy named Reese Montrose to identify with as himself, and he started a killing spree. And you thought it was somebody else, orchestrating this whole thing. He's getting these text messages, blah, blah, blah. But he was really just hallucinating all these things. So the entire first part, that whole friend group was getting killed off. He was the one doing killings. Like, what? Then he kidnapped Marianne for like several weeks. And like, we really thought he let her go. He was different. He's a new Joe. Like, that's not Joe. Like, Joe's an actually decent person. He just gets into sticky situations. Da da da. Come to find out, he actually kidnapped her. Like, left her in this box. Forgot for weeks without feeding her. And then until Nadia decided to stick her nose into Joe's life, we come to find out she's locked in a box. She's gonna help her. And I would say their plan was actually pretty, creative. Like, the fact that they both came up to a plan to, like, pretend that she died from, like, a peanut allergy. Smart with the whole peanut allergy thing to get Marianne out of the cage. He still got her out. I mean, Joe is gonna gonna be very surprised to find out that Marianne survived, because he thought she died. He made her death look like a overdose and whatnot. But they really got him. Like, he does not know till this day that Marianne's alive. Only Marianne, Nadia, and Eddie was the only people who knew that, the whole plan. And obviously, now that Marianne's back with her daughter Juliet, everything's kosher. Also, so this whole season, basically Joe battling himself, him basically trying to erase the killing part, of himself, or wanting to kill people all the time, blah, blah, blah situation. And to come find out that it was very inevitable for him, because he still ended up killing people. To find out that Reese Montrose literally did not know him. He basically fixated himself on Reese Montrose the entire season, that it became a figment of his imagination, that he immersed himself so much with him that he's seeing him the entire time of season 4. That, towards the end, he's like, let's merge as one, let's, be, not two, different people. Let's merge into, like, want the figment of imagination to be inside of Joe. And it's just like Joe was fighting it so much that he threw the figment of imagination over, basically killed him. That's what he thought. And then he ended to try to, unalive himself. So, which did not go well, because he got saved by the police and whatnot. I would obviously, what we can see from the last part is, now that when he looks through the window, he sees Reese Montrose, or his new self that's okay with what he does. Like, he's living in it, he's owning what he does. Before, he didn't like what he was doing. He knew it was bad. He knew what he's doing was bad. But now he's like reveling in it. Like, yeah, this is me. Like, he's living in it, which is just like, before you were rooting for the anti-hero, because Joe's killings were 9 out of 10 times were accidents, or he got into a sticky situation that he had to end up doing what he did. It wasn't like premeditated most of the time. So it's just like, now this season just basically showed you a different side of him, that's just like, you really can't root for the anti-hero anymore, because just like, now he's actually really evil. He's really crazy. Like, so, and talk about a level up. Like, that man leveled up. Like, he went from Love Quinn to Catherine Lockwood, who, a daughter of one of the richest men in the world, who now is able to have, his identity, erased and, fixed. He got Olivia Pope on his hands, with Cynthia, and then Catherine is funding the money for him. He can walk down the street and not have to hide with his little ball, baseball cap. Like, mans could go out and be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't gotta be wearing that baseball cap, being incognito, because now he's doing press releases, press tours, you know what I'm saying? And like, since Catherine got the money, and now that he's in this new identity of himself, of not lying to himself or not trying to hide from his true nature anymore, he's gonna be a real different Joe now. Like, that's why I was just like, whoa. I mean, it really sucks that Nadia is now in jail because he framed her for the death of Eddie. Like, even though, he put it as that she killed him because he found out the truth. She found out the truth, quote unquote the truth, that he was the eat the rich killer the whole entire time, or he's the one who killed Reese. Which is like a big, like one of those big people in the UK. She still has to do jail time. So, I mean, Joe better watch out. I mean, Joe has the resources on his hands to, I guess, dodge whatever Marianne and Nadia about to get, come after him with. But he better watch out, because don't get too bold now. Don't get too brazy. Him killing Tom Lockwood, I was like, that's kind of dumb because he could really help him. But since Catherine is basically the one that he's going to give everything that he has, he wanted her to run his empire. She's going to be in control of everything. And since she and him have this relationship, it's like, it's basically how him and Love was. Love and him both used to do the same thing. The thing is that Love wasn't guilty, for what she did. She didn't feel too bad while he did. He had like a complex. He felt like, he knows what he's doing, but he felt bad. So when you come to find out, now he's with Catherine now, and he basically can do what he's doing, just like how Love was doing. And Catherine is just the breadwinner, quote unquote. Now that we're back in the new NYC, we're back in New York. Let's see how it goes. Back to the bookstore Joe. Joe is not poor Joe. He's living with, multi-billionaire Catherine Lockwood, So we'll see if they even get a season 5. So I mean, hopefully with the money that Catherine got, like, he should be going to a doctor. Like, I mean, like, come on now. With the money that Catherine got, like, he should be checking out a doctor, like something. But he's just gonna be living large. The guy who didn't want a picture taken is on the front page news, okay? Like, look at this, 180 from the first part of the season to the last part. Mans was trying to, like, no pictures, to he's on the front cover with Catherine Lockwood. Like, Mans leveled up. Like, I'm like, you gotta give it to him, man. You gotta give it to him, because even when he tried to unalive himself, he still came back. Like, what's not to root for? Let me stop. But yeah, this season just felt very off from the other seasons, because it's just like, Joe had a complex to know that he was what he's doing is bad, or what he had to do was bad, to now he's reveling to a person that's like reveling in his true nature as being this psychotic person who kills people. Like, it went really different. Like, even him killing Love literally poisoned the guy. And she literally poisoned the guy, almost killed Joe. It was basically self-defense with that whole, his, what he did to Love. I mean, granted, he pinned it on her, but it was either him or Love in that situation. So, so I'm just like, he's getting a lot of flack for that, but, before season 4, a lot of his, whatever he did it was a very sticky situation he was put in. I mean, except for one of the situations, but other than that, it was just situations that he was put in that he just had to get out of, and then it ended up him unaliving people. But this season was just like, he literally put himself into it. As I would say is, I feel bad for what happened to Nadia, but, you realizing or having like a little curiosity to why your professor, might be rubbing shoulders with these people, these rich people of London, to, break into his apartment, find the key, follow him, and then, realize he's keeping a lady in a cage underground. Like, girl, you could have just let that be. I mean, I would say the only thing that to come out of this was getting Marianne back to Juliet. But other than that, you just got yourself caught up in a situation that you shouldn't have got yourself and Eddie caught up in. Eddie was just doing it to help you, and you got Eddie caught up in the situation that he, look what he got. He got. And that really, it was like a gag though, because he was like, what's your password? He put the phone to her face. I'm just like, that's such an odd question to ask somebody, what is your password to your phone? Knowing good and well, you and them are not that good with each other. You just startled her to now ask her, pick up her phone off the ground to come ask her what's her password. Bro. But, this season was very wild. I would say I would have to give 8, 9, and 10. Episodes 8, 9, and 10 really brought this season back up to its, level. Really brought its season up to, what's the point of they're getting at. And I guess the whole purpose of the season was to basically show how Joe really battles with himself. He's trying to say that he's a good guy. And then the battle with himself is putting tricks on his mind, that he ends up still inevitably being this killer, this person who's obsessive, and, does what he does, stalks people, whatever. And he ends up still being this killer. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I guess season 5 is him, trying to, live as his true identity as Joe Goldberg, the killer, the psycho killer, to, he finally gets got by Marianne. I feel like Marianne's gonna be the person to get him. I'm not sure because he has Catherine with him, so I don't know. But Marianne's there. Marianne, Nadia might get out of that jail. We don't know. But if they get renewed for season 5, that's probably going to be their, how they're going to start it off. Obviously he's smiling at the end of the season, and not really going through this whole, feeling, guilty and disappointed in himself. He's actually smiling. Yeah, they're going to really start it off with him reveling or living his new identity, or this second chance at his new identity, or his identity as Joe Goldberg. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.